background, ever since Disney dropped Acolyte episode 3 on Disney Plus, ever since this episode dropped, we are seeing all this video. Episode 3 is the worst Star Wars episode ever. It's ruined Star Wars. And everything I'm seeing, all this video around it, I was like sitting here thinking, what is going on with the Acolyte that everybody's hating on this so much? After watching this episode, I understand why people are so mad at this episode. Of course, they're writing article on this show that one of the worst episode in Star Wars show history. Yeah. And when you watch this, it's no joke. This is real. When you watch this show, you're like, doesn't make any sense. What these people are saying? Oh my God. Especially this twin, their backstory. I was like, especially the story with their mom. I was like, this show's writing, dialogues are so bad. I'm like, when I watch this show, like after watching this show, I was like sitting there thinking, how could they write this? Dialogues are beyond bad. It looks bad and story doesn't make any sense. The things they show in this episode is really unbelievable. How could Disney greenlight this show? I don't understand it. Recently Disney, they're making this Mandalorian movie because, all this Disney project, one after another, they're flopping at the box office and viewership for shows like, Ashoka. Although Andor is not bad, people tells me. I have no desire to watch that show. But Andor is not that bad. But still nobody's watching it. Of course, I have seen Ahsoka. That show was so boring. I had so much expectation. Obviously, that show was really bad, Ahsoka. However, I wouldn't say the Obi-Wan was a total waste of time because I did like a couple of first episode. I thought Obi-Wan was going in a good direction. And Book of Boba Fett, what was that? Of course, after all this show, they are flopping at the Disney Plus. Nobody's watching it, viewership going down. Nobody's watching Disney movies except the classic ones. People still going out to theater to see those classic movies because we all grew up watching this movie. So they have a special place in our heart. But what they're doing with the Star Wars, they're giving this show to this random person. What is her name? She is actually nobody, She is from this background and she's putting her ideology in the show. It's really disappointing, and I'm here thinking like, what is Disney thinking? They're trying to really destroy Star Wars with this Acolyte show. Although this show, I guess all these recent changes I'm mentioning, like they're making Mandalorian movie to bring back the audience, I guess these are recent changes. Bob Iger, he promised to make. I guess the Acolyte, they did shoot this show a long time ago. So, I don't know if, when did they, greenlight the show? I'm not sure. I think they greenlight during the Disney was going through this woke era, they was trying to make everything woke. They try to appeal to these people. And I feel like end of the day, they are just chasing away their core audience, That's really sad. They did that with Marvel. Now they're doing this Star Wars. As I mentioned, it's possible this show was greenlit before Bob Iger, he promised all this thing. But I don't understand why. How could anybody make this show? This show cost $180 million. End of this show, I don't know if they will gain new audience. The existing audience, they're chasing them away through this project one after another. It's a failure. Although there is also much controversy content videos around Star Wars, I do understand all the hate towards Star Wars. Although they earn those hate, this show, it just made it worse. It just gave all these people more content to make on these things. And recently I saw one person, he was saying, people are too harsh on Star Wars, this show. I think Kathleen Kennedy, she said something like this, all this male, the fan, they're really mad at this female-centric Star Wars show. I don't think that's the case. Why people are angry at these shows? A lot of men were excited to see Ahsoka. They had a lot of hope from that show, but that show really let down everyone. The story was It was so boring. That is what it was, Ashoka. And this one, man, I'm so disappointed by this episode. I'm like, the dialogues are so bad. What they're showing me here, beyond unbelievable. And Jedi, like, what you were trying to say to me? The Jedis are bad now? Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like, what were they thinking? And that's my thought on this episode. Let me know in the comment. Are you surprised how they destroy Star Wars? It's beyond sad. If you enjoyed this video, don't share other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.